The other day I was in a restaurant and had the simplest of dishes, but it was so delicious. I've decided to try to replicate it. It was a gorgeous piece of snapper, just like this, served with a beurre noisette that has soy sauce in it. The soy sauce is really what makes this, that nutty brown butter served with that salty, savoury soy sauce. The combination of the two is a match made in heaven. Now, I'm not going to cook the fish the traditional way in a pan or roast it in the oven. I'm actually going to grill it under the grill in the oven. And the reason I do this is to get a gorgeous fish crackling, so it'll be lovely and smoky and sort of charred on the top, but the fish will stay nice and tender. So before we get onto that, let's start the butter sauce. In a small saucepan, we'll turn that on to a medium to high heat. You'll need a few knobs of butter for this, so in it goes. Just allow that to start melting. Now there's a few stages when it comes to beurre noisette. You'll see that it'll start to melt down, then it'll start to foam up, and that's when you really want to keep an eye on it because you want those milk solids to go from white to a golden colour. Now you don't want them to go black because that means that the butter is too far gone. So you do want to keep an eye on it when we get up to that stage. In the meantime, we can get the fish ready too, because this is a very fast dish to put together. A little olive oil on top. And you can notice that this time I haven't got any baking paper because we are putting it under the grill and we don't want that paper to burn. So just directly onto your tray. We just want a thin film of oil, a pinch of salt, and that's also going to help give us a lovely crust on our fish, and then into the oven. Now, the timing is going to depend on the thickness of the fish and, of course, your oven, but this is going to take roughly 5 minutes. You want to keep an eye on it. Once it's blistered, it's ready. Okay, ooh, see how this is starting to foam now? That's what we're after. And you can see how it's just slightly golden on the top. And it was bubbling and making lots of noise, and all of a sudden, it's silent. So it's almost like the butter starts to talk to you. It tells you it's almost ready. I'm going to turn the heat off. Another indication is the smell. Once it starts to smell nutty, you know it's ready. I'm going to take it immediately off the heat. And that's that golden colour we're after. And now we can add our soy sauce. So we'll drizzle that in. Woohoo! Told you, it starts to sing to us now. And that sauce is ready. Now, you want to do this off the heat. As you can see, it does really bubble up like that, but you don't want the butter to continue cooking either. Now we need to balance it with some acid. So I'm just using some lemon for this recipe. Just cut that in half and a squeeze of lemon into the sauce. So all we need to do now is just wait for that fish to finish cooking and then we can plate up. Oh, this fish looks fantastic, slightly charred on the outside, just right. So I'm going to plate up one. And for our soy butter, just give that a mix so it's all incorporated, because you will see that the soy splits slightly with the butter. And then we'll just drizzle that over the fish. You'll see these little puddles of butter and the soy, just fantastic. And don't be stingy with this, make sure you add quite a lot of it. A few finishing touches, some almonds. So these are just slivered almonds that I've toasted. I like this for texture. We'll just pop that over the fish. And I love the addition of some chives and just finely chop them. And the chives aren't just for a garnish. I like to add these because it's going to give it a mild onion flavour. So we'll just pop that over the top. And we do need another pop of acid, so just another cheek of lemon can go on the side. Serve this with some boiled waxy potatoes. That for me is just heaven on a plate. It is the simplest things that always taste the best.